Hey, Hargeet here, going over some of the changes we just got with Game Pass. As you can see, we got some price increases. This wasn't like out of the expectations here. We expected that to happen after the ABK deal went through, and they were going to add Call of Duty and a whole host of other games to Game Pass. So that price increase has finally come. But I kind of want to go at this from a different perspective than I've seen so far. Most people are talking about the value. The value's still there. The prices have definitely gone up. If you look at, they now confirmed this. The prices have gone up for the Ultimate tier from, was $14.99 last year. They bumped it to $16.99. Now they're bumping it to $19.99. So we do have a price increase, about 33%, right? It went up about a third from originally at $14.99 all the way up to now $19.99. And that's fine. And, is it, kind of not nice? Yeah, it would be nice if it didn't happen. But it is what it is. It's happened. And is it the end of the world? I don't think it is. The value is still there. But hey, you know what? You don't have to subscribe. You can always just buy the games a la carte, but I think there's a lot of games in there for those who want to play a variety of games. It's still a very good deal, but it's up to you as a player what you want to do. I've also, with my Call of Duty being added to Game Pass, I had a video where I showed you how you can get some discount codes. So check those out. You can go to sites like CDKeys or Annabelle.com or GG.deals and find a discount code for Game Pass. I usually pay anywhere between $25 to $30 for a 3-month code, so it generally is less than $10 a month for me. So I would recommend looking for those deals. There's plenty of them available. You can stack up to 3 years, get that. I don't think once the price increases that it'll be that much drastically different. You're probably still looking in the same range. Maybe it shifts to like 28, 27, 28 to like 32 for a 3-month instead of 25 to 30. But look for those deals. They're usually available here and there. You can get them pretty cheap, and just stack as many years as you want, assuming you want to continue with it. And again, if you play online, you still have to pay for online, which also, by the way, increased. It's still $9.99 monthly, but it's always been that. But you could buy the annual for $60. They bumped the annual to now $75, right? So yeah, whatever. All that stuff is there. What I'm more I guess interested in talking about is the tiers. I don't quite understand the point of the standard tier. So I've kind of put together a list of all the features, and then each tier that you get. Core really is just Xbox Live Gold, but they folded it in, which is somewhat interesting in that you could before get Gold and Game Pass. You can't do that anymore. So if you were a Game Pass, console Game Pass subscriber, you could get Xbox Live Gold, but that kind of went away when they moved it to Game Pass Core. So you basically had to choose either Core and none of the Game Pass games, and basically get Xbox Live Gold, or you could go to Ultimate, which included what was in Standard and what was in Core, essentially online access. So I don't quite understand what the point of that middle tier was anymore. So if you had Game Pass for console, the one that they've now increased, basically they've replaced with Game Pass Standard, but they bumped that from what was like $11, I think it was $11 to a $14.99 a month tier that includes the required online access. It kind of just didn't make sense for that Core, that Game Pass for console to even exist anymore. But they had that tier, but I still am not sure why you would want Standard. Like, one of the things that when you make a change like this that you have to think about is, with them, what's in it for me? What does the customer get out of this except a price increase, right? A better way to put things together is to say, yeah, it's going to be more, but we're giving you this, right? Now, you could say, hey, they're giving us Call of Duty. Well, I don't care. If you're not a Call of Duty player, you just got screwed, right? And that's a fair assessment for somebody who's in that realm. I'm not saying it's, the prices aren't increasing because of inflation, because that's real, right? That is a real thing. And it's in line, by the way, 30-ish%. That's, you can look around at all the stuff you buy. It's probably around that, if not more, right? So that's a fair amount to go up. It is what it is. You look at their competition; they've done the same thing. Even with the $75 annual for core, I believe the PlayStation Plus, the lowest tier is $80, right, a year. So you're still spending less there if you're on Xbox. But look, looking at that cost stuff, fine. I just don't think there's enough value given for just changing it. Now, this standard tier, I don't get it. Who would want this? Right? If it was substantially cheaper, it might make sense. But at this kind of price difference of $5 a month, it really just doesn't make sense for all the features you lose. It just doesn't really add up. So from my perspective, I'd rather see this not be here. Like it would make sense if you said, hey, you know what, in non-affluent countries, we're going to advertise this as a tier that's going to be like $8 a month or something like that, right? Cool, because now you can attract customers into the ecosystem. But one of the things they forego is cloud access, which would make it more useful in those territories. So I'm not sure who this is really for. So I propose that they go a different route. I don't think this is the path they should go. Now, this may be baked and it is what it is, but you know what? I'm just going to tell them what I think they should do and add value to the customer. And instead, here's my proposed option. Instead of doing that, you keep your Game Pass core, your PC Game Pass. Those are fine the way they are, right? But you take what was Ultimate and make that standard. And fine, the price can still be $19.99, right? But basically what was in Game Pass Ultimate now becomes standard. And whoever's an Ultimate subscriber just becomes a Game Pass Standard subscriber. And whoever was a Game Pass for console subscriber, I don't know if they just push them here and then give them the price increase, or keep it the way it is as long as they're subscribed and keep going with it. They'll keep getting it for the $10.99. They can keep using it. But I think they should end that tier altogether and then just say standard is the tier that was Ultimate, right? And then make Ultimate really Ultimate, and let's add some new benefits. And yes, I'm asking for more here, but hear me out. You get all the first-party subscriptions. So Elder Scrolls Online has a subscription. I think it's like $15 a month on its own. Fallout 76, etc. World of Warcraft. Now you have the opportunity to add those in, right, and have a tier of Game Pass that includes those, additions for you. On top of that, just like if you have Ubisoft Plus or EA Play Pro, you get like the extended edition of the game. You don't just get the default tier of the game. So why not add that as a benefit? Perhaps that's a way to go, and that way you get another added benefit for the customer to want to pay the extra amount. You now get like the Ultimate Edition or the Deluxe Edition, whatever option they have for the first party titles. Additionally, you can work with both EA and Ubisoft to add their pro level thing. So Ubisoft has a Ubisoft Essentials, which I don't even know if that's available to anybody outside of the included tier in PS Plus. I think it's Extra and Premium. So I don't know if that's available anywhere else, but they do have Ubisoft Plus, which is about is it $18, $19 a month? And I think it's 18, something like that, $18.99 or something like that a month. And it includes access to everything for the game. You get the Ultimate Edition or whatever highest tier edition of any game. So you get that right at launch, day and date, and you get all the content, all the DLCs. If it even has early access, you get that. That's cool, right? So you get all those capabilities right there. It'd be nice if they could work out a deal to have that included, and then bump EA Play from EA Play Standard, right, the normal one we get in Game Pass today, and make that the Pro Edition as well. And maybe that price needs to be higher, fair, whatever, but this gives you a whiffing, right? It gives you a potential benefit instead of just saying, hey, here's a price increase and deal with it. I don't know. To me, it would be more useful if there were, something more beneficial to me as a customer, where I'm like, well, hey, I'd actually subscribe to the higher tier because it gives me more, more features, more benefits than what I have today, right? So though I may pay a lot more, to me, it might be cool because it includes EA Play Pro, which means I'm getting day and date Ultimate Edition games from EA. I'm getting Ubisoft Plus, day and date everything. I'm getting the subscriptions to ESO, to Fallout 76, to WoW. Hey, I want to try out their game. Let me just dive in, right? And now I have access to all the content. If it included the extended edition of first-party games as well, again, so this is the kind of thing I would like, Xbox to look at. It used to be this is kind of the way they used to do things, like, hey, we're going to change things, but we're going to give you something, right? We're going to give you a benefit, right? So it's not just, hey, we're just asking for more money, but there's a reason we're doing it, and we're going to give you something. Now, maybe there's something coming, and I don't know, right? But from what I'm seeing and what the proposed things they have, I just don't understand the point of this middle tier. It just seems like a waste to me. I prefer they just get rid of it. I really don't see who would want to subscribe for $15 to a tier that doesn't give you the day and dates, doesn't give you all the extra bennies, right? So what's the point, right? It just makes much more sense for $5 more to get Ultimate. I don't know who's gonna subscribe to this middle tier. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they have metrics that show, hey, there'd be millions of people who would subscribe to this. Because remember, this is not PC. It's not cloud. This is only on console. And how many console players would want to not be on Ultimate and want to go back to this, to the standard edition? I don't know who would want to do that. So maybe there are customers that want that, but I'm going to suspect most console customers are going to go with Ultimate anyway. So why even have this weird intermediate tier that does nothing for the consumer? Instead, let's get a real Ultimate that includes extra benefits. And I think that would be a much better sell and say, cool, you can continue with what you had before. It's $3 more. You're going to pay for Ultimate at $3 more. And you get exactly what you had before. But hey, we're adding a new tier, and because of that, prices are going to go up. It is what it is. But with the Ultimate tier, look at all the benefits you get, right? And I'd love to see something more along those lines, and hopefully that is something they can can do. I don't know if it's already done, and this is all baked, but they had a price increase for Xbox Live Gold at the beginning of the day, and then at the end of the day, it all changed because we sent back feedback and said, yeah, we don't think so. This is not good. You shouldn't do this. I'm hoping equivalently they're listening, and I don't know if this video will come across anybody at Xbox, but please take advantage. Take a look at what I'm giving you as advice here, and maybe you can do something more along these lines. I know it takes a lot to do all these contractual things, but even doing something as simple as doing the subscriptions for your own first party, right? Adding in Ultimate Editions, right? Doing that, maybe even working through the potential for getting these to the Ubisoft Plus and EA Play Pro, putting that in as potential options, or find some other things that you can add in as benefits, right? And then create a real Ultimate Edition that includes all these benefits. I think that would be better, right? But hey, these are just my thoughts. I know the console edition is going to be substantially higher than the PC version. Certainly the PC version, for those out there who say that PC is expensive. Really, there's a substantial difference here, and over years and years and years, these things really do add up, right? So no paying for online. You're just getting games. Again, these are also available on discount codes. So you just got to think about that, right? So you can get a mid-range PC, and you don't have to pay for online alone. That's pretty cool, right? For that. That adds up after time. It adds up, and then you can still get a lower tier version of a Game Pass for cost, but get all the benefits. It's giving you all day and date, everything, EA as well, right? So just think about that, right? But hey, for console, it'll be $19.99 a month if you want all the stuff. I just don't get what you get with this standard edition, and who would want that. Just to me as a customer, I don't get it. But hey, maybe they have metrics that make sense. Fine. I don't get who's gonna buy this when you have Ultimate for $5 more that gives you all the extra benefits of day and date, right? You get the cloud, which I don't know about if people are going to be interested or not, but you get the EA games, which just goes away if you don't have that. You also get not only the Game Pass for console, you get it for PC as well. So I think it just to me, the standard edition just isn't making any sense to me. Anyways, let me know what you guys think in the comments. I think it'd be better if they did what I want, which is to create an actual ultimate tier that has new benefits, right? And that excites customers because you now get new stuff instead of just giving us a price increase. Anyways, that's how I would look at it. Let's see what you guys think, and hopefully somebody from Xbox sees this and actually does what I want, which would be fantastic. But anyways, I'll see you guys next time. Hey there, I wrote a book, and I'd love for you to check it out. If you want to check out my book, you can go to the link that's in this, right here, shop.chani.us, and it will direct you towards the book's page in your country in Amazon, so you can go check it out there. And yeah, I'd love to see if you're interested, and let me know in the comments if you liked it. Better yet, leave a review on Amazon if you liked it, and enjoy the book. Thanks.